Okay, guys. You think? I hope y'all. Let's watch some Markiplier. I mean some guys. I didn't even explain to y'all what I was doing. Ooh, game theory. Woo! Go watch the game theory. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Hold up. Click MatPat's final theory? What y'all talking about?
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help.
Do it. Miss Western Green Theory. Hold up. No. This can't be true. Hold up. Hold up. Game Theory Live. Hold up.
I mean, that's a very deep question.
Who hurt you, Matt?
Oh my God! What the heck are you? What?
Let's see this crap. Let's do this. Well, let's watch Game Theory, the new Doors update. Let's do it.
I mean, that's a very deep question.
Who hurt you, Matt?
Oh my God! What the heck are you? What do you want with me? Leave me alone!
Game Theory.
Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where I just flew in from PAX, and boy, are my arms tired.
What the
Get it? Because
fuck?
I flew in from PAX.
What the?
Oh my God, you were flapping.
I was flapping. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that a joke that you you Gen Zers don't really have?
No, not really.
No?
I was like, were you like compressed
Y-
in
yeah.
the seats?
I mean, yes.
Theory.
That's not wrong.
Hold up.
Like, that is. If it were this though, it'd be boy, my whole body is tired.
Get on my glasses.
But like the arms especially, they really, sometimes your neighbors on planes really take up those armrests.
Oh,
my God.
well, if they're in the
Hold up.
middle, they're allowed to. I believe that is
Gotta
the
grab my
official
hoodie
rule.
real quick.
If you're in the middle seat, your
Yes.
perk is armrests.
Right.
If you're on left or right, you get window or side. But anyway, that's the. Speaking of armrests in planes, can I just say this? Whoever's idea it was to put the controller devices for the TV, because you know how some planes have the controller devices built into the armrest? You are stupid, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh. Whoa. Wait.
That was harsh. That was
I-
harsh. Do better. Someone, you know, your team let you. Your team let you down because that was a terrible idea. There are no
You're
bad ideas
terrible.
in brainstorming. That was a bad idea in brainstorming.
Whoa.
Well, think about it.
Okay.
When you're sitting on a plane and you have like no space, right? And all of a sudden you're like, oh, at least I have the respite of the armrest. But then all of a sudden you like put your elbow down on like the volume button or
Whoa.
Froggy does.
Get in, bitch.
Oh, no, Froggy
Froggy
doesn't.
left.
Froggy's like, no, forget this. Noob does. Wizard does. We'll see who wound up with us. We'll see who's here. Noob and Wizard.
Huh?
Oh, I got my bros.
Noob, Wizard, and MatPat, very real.
Wow.
My cock.
We've got ourselves quite the crew.
My
Wow.
cock.
Got a milk
cock.
carton on your head.
My cock.
And very, very buff. Default. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to follow them. They seem to know what they're doing. Actually, they don't. Okay. I thought for a second there, it looked like they knew where they were going, but they did not. Okay, I
Oh,
see
y'all,
it. Why is there
so
counter?
you're so dead.
Why is there a countdown?
Don't be doing that, bro.
Well, you see.
No,
Do
don't.
I have to get through? Hey, friends! Wait, friends! There's so many things we should be exploring right now. Friends? Okay, my friends have left me, but I don't want to get left behind by my friends.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Just follow the leaders, Matt.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm gonna die, I think. Okay, I'm hiding. Everyone else hid.
Oh, you're dead.
You see the flashing. Oh, there were two? Why were there two? Oh boy. Okay. Oh, yep. That was violent.
Hold up,
That was violent and vicious.
bro. It was violent and vicious.
There's all sorts of sounds and noise. This is great. This is a whole new doors.
Yeah, man.
This is a whole new world, Ash.
Hold up.
What is
Hold
going?
up. Let's check doors. Real quick, But hold up. To the game serious. Game serious. Goodbye, internet. What the Hold up, please, no.
Sell online
Oh,
and grow your
no.
business
Oh.
with Wix e-commerce. Create a beautiful storefront for your brand by customizing product pages, galleries,
Damn it. Oh,
cart,
fuck.
and
Oh.
checkout. Then let shoppers pay however they like. Reach new shoppers.
It's not clickbait. On March 9th, I will be hosting my last theory episode, at which point I'll be handing off the channels to someone else. There it is. That's it. Send tweet. We're all done here. That's all you need to know, right? Oh, wow. Forgive me. By the way, if I'm a little bit more disorganized than usual. Normally, I would want to script out something like this pretty precisely. But with an announcement like this, I wanted to bring it back to just us. There's no one else in the room. There's no teleprompters. There's no nothing. It's just the way that this whole thing started. It's a conversation between us. And sorry that I keep getting emotional about this. I'll try not to, but it's a big deal. You know, like, if you think about it, this channel is Steph and my first child, really. Before we had Ollie, before we had Skip, CatBat, like, it was this. This was our baby. This channel has been going for 13 years. I think in total it's somewhere around like 1,200 theories. And only half of those are FNAF. Shocking. I know, we actually did stuff that wasn't FNAF related. But this has been a literal third of my life. And I'm gonna miss you.
What the fuck?
I value what we have here. I value this conversation, this openness, this relationship that we share. And I'm sad that I won't be able to see you every week. Which then I guess prompts the question of like, why? Why am I doing this now? Why am I making this announcement today? Why am I walking away from the channels? Well, to be honest, it was Tom Scott. You can blame Tom Scott. Tom just did his farewell video and I'm like, well, he was able to do it. I want to be able to fly away in a helicopter. Obviously, that's not it. But really, my reasons for making this announcement today is probably largely the same as Tom's reasons, or Seth Everman's, or Captain Sparkles, or Papa Meats, or Stampy Longheads. Like, there's a lot of these videos that are coming out these days, and there's going to be a lot more happening throughout this year. Steph and I have known this video would be coming for the last 3 years.
What
We weren't
the
sure it was
shit?
necessarily going to be today. We didn't know exactly
Bro.
when it would fall, but we knew it was going to
Bro,
happen.
I am
eventually.
13.
That's why over the last couple
13,
years
bro.
we've been staffing up so
This
much.
channel
That's why
is
we
as
partnered
old as
with
me.
a larger company to help run the channels. That's why we've been spending so much time outside of this box training up the team to make the best videos that they can. because we knew that we couldn't do this forever. We knew that, honestly, we didn't want to do this forever. For as much as I love you, and I love overthinking things, and I love theorizing, I don't love late nights. I don't love the fact that Steph and I have been work first for over a decade, where I'm sitting down at dinner with my best friend, and we're talking about business logistics. Or we're talking about animatronic toads. I miss the days where I could just sit down on the couch with her and play video games.
my
and
papa
it's not
father.
for content.
Oh,
Or
FNAF,
playing a game
bro.
and I'm not thinking about what theories
I
are going
always
to come
stay
out
up
of that.
until like
I miss it.
8 o'clock,
So that's
4 o'clock
a
in the
big reason.
morning
That
to
is
watch
a
him,
big
bro.
one right there.
Seriously.
But also just the internet's
I've-
changing. My
bro,
life has
I've
changed
literally-
in the last 13 years. I mentioned Dolly before. He's the coolest
I keep
little
on
dude,
watching
and he's
him.
getting older
I
by
love
the
him,
minute.
bro.
And I watch him.
I really
and he
love
is so much
him.
fun. And he is so much
I really
smarter
love him.
than I was
I really
when I
do.
was his age. He also probably knows the FNAF lore better than I do, which is a problem that I should probably address at some point. But honestly, I want to be able to spend more time with him. Another
Whoa.
sad fact of the matter is I'm getting older. I'm 37 now. The other day, I actually had to Google my own age. And you know that when you have to start like doing math in your head to calculate how old you are over the hill, my friends. Though to be fair, to my credit, I think I'm like the only 37-year-old out there who has an unironic appreciation of Skibidi Toilet. Then again, maybe that's the problem, right? Like, maybe that's not a good
Oh my
thing.
God,
And
bro.
honestly,
Oh my God.
because this
Oh
is all
my
about us being
God, bro.
honest, there is a bit of a
Bro.
selfish side to this.
Bro.
When you think about it, there's only really 2 ways to step away from a YouTube channel. You either just decide the day that you stop uploading and you're like, I'm done, or you just keep uploading videos from now until the heat death of the universe, and you watch as your relevance slowly dies or your passion slowly dies. And for me and my journey in this place, I always wanted to go out on a high note. And when you stop and look at the last year, this has been the best year in the theorist lifespan ever. Like, no joke. It is our highest view year. It is the year where we launched Style Theory and immediately put our foothold in a brand new space, and that took off, and now we're one of the top style and fashion channels on YouTube, and that kind of completes the trifecta.
Oh my God, bro.
Starting with a blank page can
Oh
be
my
overwhelming.
God.
Grammarly gives you a head start.
Oh my
Simply type
God.
a prompt to instantly generate
Of hey,
Oh my God,
we now
bro.
have a top channel in 4 different verticals that are completely different, and no other YouTuber really has ever been able to do it to that scale. That's amazing. This is also the year where I was able to meet you guys at our Broadway show. I was able to play at the PGA and show that, hey, YouTubers aren't particularly good at golf, but they can make your event relevant for like a couple of minutes. It was also the year
Oh my
that I got
God,
to host
bro.
the Streamy Awards, and it wasn't cringe. I mean, to be fair, the Streamy Awards are always a little bit cringe, but it was the right amount of cringe. When I pull up videos of all my favorite creators and I watch them, and all of a sudden I start hearing people just casually dropping, "That's just a theory."
Oh my
Just a
God.
theory, a game theory.
Now, this is just a theory, people.
At the end of the day, it's just a game theory.
That's just a theory. A Freebirds theory.
Also, a lot of lore, so if you're a big theory head, proceed at your own risk.
I did not know about this theory.
That's a theory.
That right there,
It's a game
incredible.
theory.
that's not what
Hello,
I wanna leave
Internet, and
on. That's how you
welcome
just know it's
to
the right time.
Game Theory.
All of those reasons coming together, saying, "Hey,
Good
is
job,
relevant."
Timmy.
And that's hard to say because change
Oh my
is
God,
scary.
bro.
Change is hard. But sometimes the right decision isn't the easy decision. The easy decision would just be to carry on doing this and do FNAF Part 332. But that wouldn't be the right decision. I think the best way to explain it is
Oh my
with
God.
a video game analogy. Feels appropriate, right? Whoa, it's game theory. Ha! Did it. Check the game part of it off. But the way I like to think about it is Earthbound. I think I've made it pretty clear over the years that that is, without question, my favorite game of all time.
What
Kansas
the
Nest, all that,
hell?
you're all familiar with that.
Bro.
But what you might not be familiar with at this point is how the game ends. At the end of Earthbound, after you save the world, everything opens up to you. You can revisit every single location that you've been to. You can talk to every NPC that you met on your journey. And it's this incredible moment as a gamer. You see just how many lives have been impacted thanks to your journey. And then after spending as much time as you want talking to all those people, you end up back home. You go back to where it all began. where you were just a kid waking up in bed and starting your adventure. And even though your mom's there and your dog's there and your weird telephone dad's there, it feels different somehow. Like, sure, this is still a place of love and acceptance and comfort and security, but you just don't quite fit anymore. Because you just traveled the world. You made all these new friends. You are different. You grew up. And your relationship to this place grows up. It evolves. In case you couldn't tell, I'm Ness, which I guess would also mean that I'm also Sans. But I was also Ness in the FNAF movie, which just opens up all sorts of weird canon. Slap a thumbnail on that one. So anyway, there you have it. That is why I'm leaving. I hope you can understand. But that obviously begs the question of like,
God, bro,
what happens to the
bro.
channels? Well, for the next 10 weeks, we're gonna have ourselves a big old going away party. If Unis Annus taught us anything, it taught us that you probably shouldn't use urine for a personal sauna. But if Unis Annus taught us two things, one was to not soak in your own urine, but two was to appreciate the time that you have left. So that's why over the next 10 weeks, we're gonna have a bunch of theories that are gonna be a lot of fun, revisiting old favorites, getting some closure on things. We're gonna see some familiar faces, a lot of awesome stuff. Although to be fair, I think it's 9 weeks.
No, I'm not.
And I think we counted this one as week 1. That was stupid of us. That, my friends, is how you wind up getting Wario being 10 feet tall. Mathematical rigor. Double check the numbers. So I have 9 theories left on each of the channels, but we're going to call them Matt Pat's Final 10 to get that something better. At which point then on March 9th, we're going to have that big going away celebration, Matt Pat's Final Theory, and I just dust away. I stand astride my Music Man and I just whipping Nene off into the distance. But then something special happens. Do the channels go away with me? No, actually. I've always thought that anyone can be a theorist, right? If you are passionate about a topic and you love to overthink it and over-research it, then congratulations, you're a theorist. And that could range from, hey, I have family recipes that I'm constantly looking to refine, to, hey, I want to create the perfect fantasy sports team. Because here's the thing, sports pros, at the end of the day, if you are in the statistics and numbers and doing calculations to see if your team won or lost, you're just playing a glorified Dungeons and Dragons game. I hate to break it to you, you're one of us, my friends. And sure, game theory is a format that I created. It's a show with this very excitable host who makes a lot of cringy dad jokes and says the word lore a lot. But at the end of the day, it's more than just the host. It is a show. It is a format. And in a broader sense, it is a state of mind. It's a way of thinking and approaching the world around you. It's more than just the host. And when you think about it, not a lot of YouTube channels function that way.
Oh my God,
We're
bro.
special in that regard. Like, you're not going to be able to get another Markiplier stepping into the Markiplier channel. And you're never going to be able to recreate Jenna Marbles. And to be honest, you're never going to get another Matt Pat either. But you can have another game theorist. You can have another film theorist or food theorist or style theorist. I think in a lot of ways, we almost function kind of like the Doctor Who of YouTube, where as one host fades away, a new one kind of respawns in their place. And they're able to put their own unique spin and flavor on the format and make it their unique thing. You have eras of the different theorist channels. And so, you know, my era is fading away and someone new is coming in. Maybe this is the David Tennant to Matt Smith transition, right? That was a good, solid series of episodes right there. So who then is going to be taking over the channels? Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but fewer and fewer of the words that I'm saying in any given episode are actually mine. If you go down to the credits, you can actually see in the description that there are certain names that are appearing more and more frequently. Like, yeah, I'm listed on every single one as the writer because I touch every single script, I polish it into my voice, but in all honesty, the bulk of what I'm saying is coming from someone else. It's their research, it's their work. Why should they have to filter their creativity through my voice? I've always envisioned these channels as a place where we could spotlight all sorts of creators. I mean, it even goes back to the original URL of this channel, right? It isn't game theory, it was always the game theorists, because this was a place where you could find a lot of like-minded creators, all with a passion for gaming and education. That's why we had the partner shows like Gaijin Goomba with Culture Shock, or Drake with Smash History, or Ryder with A Brief History, or Austin with The Science, and Lee with Breakdown. They were all here because we all had a similar goal, to educate people through the lens of gaming. And then YouTube pivoted and then made it so that way doing a channel in that style doesn't really work anymore. But we still tried to keep that ethos alive by making sure that we're regularly covering small indie projects. Stuff like OnlyFans, like Mandela Catalog, like OWO. OWO? See? I learned. But if we're doing that for all these other creators, why aren't we doing it for the creators on our own staff who have been in the trenches doing the research, writing these words over the last couple years?
Opera GX. Trying to play a game while you're watching your favorite YouTuber on the side, and then boom, your game starts lagging.
Bro.
Years. I have been fortunate. I have been so blessed to have this platform available to me that you've given me over the last 13 years. But I think now it's time to pass it on to the next generation. It's time to give someone else a shot. But I realize that I'm getting off track here. So back to the question, who's taken over? First off, it's not going to one person, but rather 4. I would not wish my schedule on anyone. Like, sure, I'm willing to not sleep for the last 13 years of my life, but I feel like as Old Man YouTube passing this along to the next generation, I should probably do my best to try and make it more sustainable for them. It's also going to people that you're already familiar with. You've seen them showing up in shorts. You've seen them here on the couch with me for GT Live. You've sometimes seen them washing their hair with me in my own shower. Don't read too much into that, but it is accurate. Most importantly, though, they're each an expert in their own individual subject matter, and they've been spearheading the creative of the channels for the better part of the last year. And I think what's maybe the most fascinating about all of this is that each of the 4 of them come to us from a completely different angle. You know, so for instance, you have Lee, right? Lee's gonna be taking over Film Theory, and Lee has been with us for 10 years. 10 years, it's crazy. I believe he was actually editor number 3 for the channels. We had Ronnie, and then we had Ryder, Foot of a Ferret, and then we had Lee. I think his first theory that he ever worked on was Rosalina's Peach's daughter, Peach is Dead. One of my all-time favorite episodes that we've ever done on the channel. And over time, he rose up. He had his own show on the channel here. He had Breakdown, which were these just beautiful documentaries that were edited in such an incredible way. And since then, he's been spearheading a lot of the creative on both the writing and the visual side. And then, of course, you have Amy over on Style Theory. And Amy is actually a very different case here. When she first approached us, I think it was 6 years ago, she didn't know about the channels. All she knew was that she wanted to learn everything that she could about digital video, and that Theorist was kind of the place that you went to learn that stuff. Like, we were the best when it comes to analytics and optimization and programming and things like that. She got in and she just devoured everything that we threw at her. So much so that she eventually got to the point where she was so good that she was consulting the largest mobile game company in the world based off of the stuff that we were working on. Oh my God! Incredible. And all of that while being responsible for packaging somewhere around like 500 episodes across all the channels. And then she helped me and Steph brainstorm Style Theory for 2 years before the channel eventually launched, hoping that maybe one day she would be able to rise into the hosting role for it. And now here it is. And then, of course, you have Santi and Tom. Santi over on Food Theory and Tom over here on Game Theory. And interestingly enough, they both grew up watching Game Theory. We were their childhood show, which, to be fair, just shows how old we are. Santi would eventually go work at Mythical with Rhett and Link before coming here, where he is bravely spearheading Food Theory and letting me mercilessly make fun of all of his recipes. He's much better than I give him credit for. I just like giving him a hard time. And then Tom, he worked at Disney and Fox, but he knew all along that he wanted to be here, right? Like, this was his aspirational goal. He wanted to write here. He emailed us a cold email outreach. We just miraculously saw it, decided to audition him, and he crushed it. His first episode that he worked on was actually watching every single installment of the Pokemon anime to calculate Pikachu's level. And to be fair, that was his pitch. Like, I have asked people to do some crazy things in the past, but not even I'm that brutal. Like, you can only watch Team Rocket blast off so many times, but he's like, this is an episode I'm passionate about. I think I'm gonna knock it out of the ballpark, and I'm gonna show you how committed I am. And he has been so committed ever since. So committed, in fact, that I told him, hey, if you're joining the channels, you do realize that you're gonna have to read every single FNAF book. And he's like, boom, he did it. And we're up here going crazy in the FNAF Addict. But not only did he read every FNAF novel, he also read every single Hello Neighbor book. Yeah, he went that far. Currently, he's working his way through Bendy because the new movie's coming out.
How about this book? Okay, hold up. So if he read all the Hello Neighbor books,
if nothing else, I think that really proves his level of commitment and also his appropriate level of insanity.
Then he maybe
he's been off the cup at times. Like, I don't know if you saw on a recent GT Live, but Tom was here on the couch with me, and he actually
if he really read all of them, then he should have.
which
And he
was a
shouldn't have
choice.
read
Main character
Reset
from the
Day
chat said,
and Puzzle
"That sounds
Masters.
like somebody who doesn't have a flag on the moon."
You know?
I mean, that's if you believe it's even that.
The moon?
I don't think he actually believes that, but if he does, we're going to get some weird Majora's Mask theories, let me tell you. When I go out at this point, I am recognized at least 5 times. It's crazy. It's a really high number at this point. And it's a fascinating split because 50% of the time it's like, oh my gosh, you're Matt. You were my childhood.
Yeah,
I
he
loved
was
watching
my
your
childhood,
FNAF
bro.
theories. And I'm always like, well, you know, the FNAF's still going. And they're like, what? No way. And we talk about the new game and it's always really fun. But the other half is, oh my gosh, you're Matt Pat. You are my childhood. I'm watching you right now. I loved your most recent theory. That's awesome. That's such an honor. I have been so honored
That's me.
to be a part of all of your lives. But I think it's time for someone else to have that honor. I think it's time for someone else
I've watched
to get
you
to
for
ruin some
9
childhood.
years,
And that
bro.
just kind of leaves us with
9.
one final question, right? Which is, what about me?
13. I watched you since
where
I
do
was
I go?
4.
Do I just retire to
4
a beach
years
somewhere?
old.
Do I whip a
Matt
nay
Pat.
off into the distance? No. I'll still be here. Obviously, first off, we've got our final 10 episodes, like I said, so that's, well, it wasn't 10 episodes. However many episodes are left between now and March 9th, we got those. I'm going to be on GT Live from now until the foreseeable future, probably until the end of the summer. That feels about right. And then we have the big going away video on March 9th. After that, I, stand aside as Santi, Lee, Amy, and Tom step up and take over the hosting role. But I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be alongside the creative directors talking about programming, brainstorming ideas for upcoming episodes. That's awesome. I love that. I don't want to give that up. But the other cool thing about this is that it opens up the door for me to turn the script. For the last 13 years, I've been commenting on other people's IP, but now that I'm stepping out of those roles, I get to create the IP. Still as a part of Theorist, but I get to create things that are going to challenge those new hosts of the channel. Things that I've had in the back of my mind from years of studying media that I can now make a reality and the channels can comment on them. Things like, for instance, I have a lo-fi mystery series that I think you're really gonna dig. It's basically like if you took a lo-fi channel and applied an ARG narrative to it, it becomes lore-fi. I am so stoked about this. The music is sounding really good. The animations are coming together really well. That's going to be launching in a couple weeks. We'll see if Lee over on Film Theory is going to be able to solve it. In April, I'm actually going to be coming back onto Style Theory to host a giant fashion show that we're doing there. We all collectively had this thought of like, hey, online brands, online influencers are coming up with their own apparel lines. Why is there no place to showcase that sort of stuff? And then it hit us like, hey, we have a style and fashion channel. Why aren't we doing it ourselves? Creators in Fashion by Style Theory, that is coming to you in April, hosted by me. Some of the time that I'm not hosting the channels, I'm gonna be practicing my runway walk. Because let me tell you, if I'm sashaying down the runway, if I'm stomping the runway, it's not gonna be pretty right now. So I need to practice that a little bit. There's also this animation show that we did a pilot for in like the middle of last year. It's basically like if you took Gravity Falls but aged it up and made it about adulting. It's really, really solid. And also there's this video game idea that I want to do for like so long that I've never had the opportunity to really like dive into and make reality. But now it's my chance to step into the role of Scott Cawthon and challenge the new game theorist. There's always been the memes about, are Scott Cawthon and I the same person? Not yet. But who knows? Maybe starting later this year. And those are just the immediate things that I have on my to-do list because I want to make fun, cool things for you. And even if it's not a weekly episode, I still want to give those things to you because I do like them. You matter to me. You are so important to me. Every single one of those people who stop me on the street, it's an honor, right? It's interesting.
For some reason, I feel like I'm in the back.
I've been thinking a lot about my time
I'm on the
these
bottom
channels
of his list.
and the evolution
I'm a new
that we've
YouTuber.
gone to together. In the beginning,
I
was
literally
kinda like
only have
the
like
edgy older
maybe
brother
2 videos
where I would talk
on
about like,
my,
oh, did you know that Link is dead?
account.
And let's make some boom jokes. And then at a certain point, I evolved into Dad Pat, right? I became a little bit more mature. I had the team around me. I had to be more careful about who I was saying was dead on a regular basis. Instead of talking about boobs, I ended up talking about Luigi's bulge. That felt like the right decision. At this point, I think I'm kind of evolving into
Wait, what?
a
His
grandpa
balls?
Pat, you know, for lack of a better term. And just like your grandparents,
yeah.
hopefully cool grandparents, but just like a grandparent, you know, you don't get to see me all the time. And I don't get to see you all the time. And maybe we call and talk to each other every once in a while. But at the end of the day, that grandpa loves getting to see you. Maybe he shows up at a special event. Maybe he shows up at a holiday. Maybe he shows up at the Theory Wear fashion show. Who knows? But he so looks forward to seeing you. And the love that he has for you, it doesn't go away. That grandpa is so proud of you. And he cherishes the relationship that you've had so much. And he is so honored to be a part of your life. To have been a part of helping you grow and helping you experience the world. And he looks forward to seeing you at the next event. And if you see him on the street, hang out. And hopefully he brings you cool fun gifts. I know this is gonna sound cheesy. And I know the internet will probably rake me over the coals for crying for one, but
I can't, bro. I can't.
You're not just numbers. You're not just ad impressions. You're not just merch sales. What you have done for me, and from everyone I talk to, what I've done for you, is special. Special. When I was in middle school, I had this goal of making the world a better place because I had been a part of it. It didn't have to be big. It didn't have to be curing cancer. But I wanted there to have been a ripple impact. Just because I was there. Butterfly effect and all that. We've done it. I think we've been able to achieve something great here. You have taken me on the wildest, craziest 13-year ride of my life. And I'm so grateful. So, Grandpa Pat is going to sign out now. And I'll be around for a couple more weeks. I'll be living around the house for a while. We'll have a big family reunion celebration. Then I'll go off to my little shack in the woods, my retirement home down in Florida. And I'll pop in every once in a while. Anyway, at this point in my notes, I had it written that we're going to start a countdown clock of that, like, final 10 episodes, final 9 episodes, so start that. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. Hopefully the editors don't rip off Unisana's too much. If they do, I hope they change it. And with that, I'm going to say, for one of the final times, not the final time, but one of the final times, as always, my friends, remember, it's just a theory. A game theory. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Well, okay. That just made me cry a tear of. That just made me
So now hopefully it goes away. Let's listen.
Yeah, but I guess.
Let's go.
But I guess let's watch this. Amen. I guess let's watch this.
So now hopefully it goes away. Let's listen. Let's go.
Subscribe if you don't want Foxy and Springtrap to hack your devices.
This game was so damn scary, I need some backup. Think about it in this situation. I'm like an army and my backup is like a single untrained soldier.
No, I'm not, bro. I'm like an atomic bomb.
No, the reason I'm saying that is because he's never played one horror game, not even a FNAF game. You've never played a horror game in your life. Everyone has a game plan until they get jump scared.
True. I've seen the.
Hold up, let me get this. But, well, hold up, let me get something ready real quick. Hold up, I gotta get something ready real quick. I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours, the bullshit pays, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Back home and troubles away, it's a damn shame. what the world got into. From people like me, for people like you. If I could just wake up and it not be true. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Hold on. Hold up. That. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry. Let's get back to what we were doing.
Seen the original one.
You've seen it, but
this one looks better. Like the graphics.
This is gonna make it harder for me. I gotta teach you. You see this red triangle?
Yeah.
That's a warning. Oh my god, that's a warning. So I gotta wind it up. I don't know why I brought someone who's never played FNAF. I'm hearing footsteps.
Oh. Mimi, I'm still recording.
What did you have on there?
I was watching YouTube. I just finished this video that I was watching earlier.
You closed this door for a reason.
I did, because I don't want you walking in and this camera picking you up. I have a face cam.
Just taking a picture of me.
No, you're over there in the door. They can't see you, but if you walk in, you know, they can still see a little bit of the door opening.
Who are you recording and why are you camping?
I said memories, Mimi. Memories.
What about memories?
I still have memories from when I got when I got this.
Why are snakes on there?
Snake?
You know, that is an evil thing. Snakes are.
No, it's an anime.
In the Garden of Eden,
It's not that.
God,
it's something else. It's a dragon, not a snake.
Snakes are supposedly evil.
That's not a snake. It's a dragon.
What's a dragon? I don't know anything about it. There's no such thing as a dragon, so I don't know about them.
This is fake. It's a dragon.
All of them's fake. If it's a dragon, it's fake.
Know that. Okay, so back to what I was doing. You know what? Actually, we'll do that tomorrow, but guys, I had a great time, guys. Crying too, you know, but that's the best part about life. That's never gonna change. But I'm not just gonna leave y'all hanging, because Goldfire is the king. King Fire, King Goldfire. But I'm not just gonna sit here and blah 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 about everything. And well, I'm happy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But until then, I will see you guys later.